Hi everyone, it's Bev DeBono, and I am so excited to show you page kits, simple page kits 1, 2, and 3. Now, Creative Memories came out with these page kits at the beginning of the year. And what they wanted to do is have a really easy way that you could complete an album in a year with this and the calendar pages. So each page kit has its own kind of theme. So this is page kit 1, page kit 2. Page kit 1 was celebrate. Page kit 2 was more Valentine and love. Page kit 3 was St. Patrick's or spring. So combining these simple kits with the calendar kits, the concept was that you could create an album. And this is, I usually do my albums chronologically. So this is actually, I'm starting last year with the calendar page itself, and then putting the simple kit next to it, you could really get pages done very quickly. So you see this was February, and then this is the page kit for February. I also want to show you this little trick that I do here, and this is a page from the Happy album. The Happy albums, an actual page with protector, and you can put some of your cards in here. So I like to include cards for the year in my albums, and so that's one way that you can do it, is putting them on an actual page in the Happy album, because the staples meet in the same place. So that was the concept of simple kits. To complete albums quickly with different themes for each month. Now in the, and I have kits 1, 2, and 3 to show you, but let's take kit number 1 apart. And let me just quickly, because every kit is constructed in the same way. First, you get a handout that kind of explains what the kit will look like when you're completed, and also with the back of the kits with, and we're going to add measurements to this. Then it comes with 2 base pages. So you see the base pages already have the colors on them. You can use that side, or you can use the other side is definitely more tonal. So you have a choice on which side you want to use. And then the third page in the kit is a page that actually has different colors that's already cut out, kind of like a fast to fab. But when you flip it over, it will actually tell you what the numbers are and how you are to cut those pieces. So for page kit 1, we have piece 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. And when cut and assembled onto the bases, you will create the pages that they have shown. And it also comes with a strip of stickers, usually 2 borders, some titles, and then some accessory pieces. So let's get started with page kit 1. What I'm going to do is I'm going to take apart each page kit, and then I'm going to assemble it with you. We're going to cut it and assemble it. But while I'm doing that, I'm also going to show you, I'm going to let you know what the measurements are for each of the pieces that you will need if you're not using a page kit, because I like to use these sketches over and over, and they will look different each time you do it. So this page kit now will become sort of like a master sketchbook for me. So I will have 12 sketches for the year. So page kit 1 ends up looking like this. This is when you follow the page kit itself. And the variation that I did looks like this. Same measurements, same page kit, and I'm going to give you those measurements because constructing it without the actual page kit doesn't have these pieces that were already on the bases that were pre-designed. So I will give you those measurements so that you will have them as we go along. Okay, so I hope that kind of explains the whole concept of page kits. And we're going to start with page kit number 1. Someone is not muted, and okay, so let's start with page kit number 1. And if you have the kit itself, let's just open the kit. And these are our 2 base pages. They are the tonal with the purple. And it's a kind of a tonal piece here. Okay. So if you do not have this, what you need to do is, I'm going to give you the measurements. These inside pieces here are 8 inches. Well, they're 10 inches by 8 inches. Okay, so those are 10 inches by 8 inches. So if I were to reconstruct it, they're 10 inches by 8 inches. And those would go on the middle of a base page. Okay, but if you have your kits, let's cut the kits first, and then we'll construct it without the kit. Okay, so let's turn over. You have your base pages laid together. Let's turn over our 3rd page that comes in the kit. And actually what we're going to do is just follow along. All you need for this class is your straight trimmer and of course your adhesives. So we see the numbers 1 and 2. So we are going to place this on our trimmer so that the line by 1 and 2 lines up to our cut line on our trimmer. Okay, and we're going to cut straight through numbers 1 and 2. And then I'm going to turn it to the side and cut number 2. So you're just really cutting it by number. So we have 1, we have 2. Then we're going to cut piece number 3. And we're just going to line those lines right on the cut line, the line under piece number 3. Okay, and piece number 3 is 6 inches by 2 inches. Sorry, piece number 1 was 6 inches by 8 inches. Piece number 2 was a 4 by 6. And I'll give you all these measurements again. Piece number 4, we're going to cut, and that is 1 inch by 10. Just line it up on the line. Piece number 5, line it up on the line, 1 inch by 10. There you go. And now you have piece number 6, which is 4 inches by 10 inches. Okay, and now we're just going to assemble. So you have your base. If you are reconstructing this, then you have your 8 by 10 in the middle. So if you are following along with the simple page kit, You're kind of looking at the diagram and seeing exactly where they place the pieces. Exactly where they place the pieces. So it's kind of like assembly, just a quick assembly line. Okay, so our two small 1" by 10" strips are going to go under the 8 by 10" strip. You see, they're already designed for us on these, which makes it kind of fun when on the simple kit. Okay, this smaller piece, this 6 by 8 piece here is going to go just centered right in the middle of that 8 by 10 purple piece. Piece number 1. Piece number 2 is going to, which is the 4 by 6, is going to end up going on the purple piece there on the right hand side. And then the 4 by 10 piece, which is piece number 6, is going to go on the right hand side, at about 1" down from the top. So you see, it's really a nice, well-balanced page. Okay, and let's go ahead and assemble our pieces. And I'm going to assemble this again with a variation, so not to worry. How fast and easy is this? And this Celebrate you can use for parties, for birthdays, any kind of celebration, really. Mother's Day, retirement party, anything. And now we just get our stickers and we are ready to just add our stickers. There's usually 2 border strips in these. And I'm going to put the border strip, maybe I'll just lift this up, this 4 by 10 piece, and I'm going to put the border strip right at where the 8 by 10 and the small 1" strip meet. And that's going to go right to your edge. And the same thing on the other side, the other border sticker strip. So how fast is that coming together? The word Celebrate can go in the middle of the purple 2 by 6 that's up at the top. Memories, you could either put at the top or you can add to the bottom. Totally up to you. And then with all the pieces that you have here, you can add on your, I have Let's Party, you can add balloons. If you got your advisor exclusive, if you ordered through your advisor, you should have had an advisor exclusive, which had some nice puffy stickers in them, and you can add a few more pieces there. Okay, so this is kit number 1. I'm going to do it again with the variation. But all I'm doing now is just assembling and using the stickers and that are in the kit. And you see how really fast and easy this whole thing comes together. So these are simple kits, really fast, gets you over the hump kind of. I'm going to put the other birthday hat here. Add a few more. And then, of course, you can add the dots. You know, I like to add dots, and you can move along. So you see how fast that kit number one came together. Now let's do it again without the pieces in the kit. Okay, so we're going to start with the base. So for my variation, the first variation, I had used National Scrapbook Day. And you see it's the exact same pieces here. So for tonight, I'm going to use the pieces from the secret box. The last one that we just got. And we will do the same, exactly the same thing. Okay, so you need a base that's very tonal because you're going to be putting some, I'm going to be putting some bright patterns on this. So you need a very tonal base. And then your mid pieces here were 10 by 8. I know I have it as 8 by 10, but it's really 10 by 8. Okay, and then you're going to place those at 1.5 inches down from the top and into the center. Okay, so 1.5 inches down from the top and into the middle center. So this is the inner base. So we're reconstructing what was in kit number one. Inch and a half down from the top. Okay, the next thing that was in kit number one was the bigger piece that was inside here. And that piece measures 8 by 6. Okay, and then you need a 1 4 by 6, which went there. And then the 1 4 by 10, which went there. Okay, so you see how this is becoming like a formula. And then you're ready to mat these down. And that just gets centered. And this is a 4 by 10. And that one gets, you want to, oops, sorry, before I do that, let me put those little 1-inch strips on the bottom, the 1 inch by 10 inch strips, because that's going to go over it. Sorry about that. 1 inch by 10 inch, and that just goes right up against the bottom of your 8 by 10 strips, the 8 by 10 pieces in your inner base. Now you can put that 4 by 10 strip right about an inch in. And I'm actually using a tonal paper that has a grid pattern on it, so I can really match it up. Right? And then your 4 by 6 piece will go on the right. Now, what I want to point out to you is that on kit number one, they had a sticker strip, but you can substitute that with laser borders, like I did with a laser border here for National Scrapbook Day. That was from that pack there. And I'm going to use the ice cream one to go here and here. So that's going to go in the same place. That's going to go right in the middle of strip, the 1 inch strip and your 8x10 strips. I'm going to come back and put foam on these. So I'm just putting a little piece of repo tape on it. So I remember to do that. Okay, and then you can create your title. Now, the one on, if you're doing it without the kit, the piece for the title was 2 inches by 6 inches. But if you're making a title, just make it depending on the size of the title that you are actually using. So this particular one, I wanted to say ice cream. So this turned out to be 1.5 inches by 7 inches, and that's fine. It doesn't have to be the same thing exactly. And then on this one, because I had such a huge border, instead of putting the other title down on the bottom, I made another little title box, and I'm going to put that up at the top. Okay, so I'm going to place these down. And it's just a fun, like I said, I'm using these as sketches, and you can see how different it looks each time you do it. Okay, so that is kit number 1. And if I wanted to add a few more little pieces to it, you know, I could add a little bit more little ice cream thingies here to complete my page. Okay, so that is kit number 1 with a variation. So this is variation number 2, which is ice cream. This is variation number 1, which is National Scrapbook Day. And this is the actual kit itself. So isn't that fun? I just love this. I just love the flexibility of it and the fact that you're able to get an album put together so quickly. Okay, let's turn on to kit number 2, which is more of the Valentine's look. So I will pull my kit here. Okay, this is kit number 2, which was Valentine's. And then I'll show you my variation. I did this is kit number 2. And then the variation I did with birds and blossoms. Exact same layout. Okay, so let's take our kit number 2, and we're going to do that one first, and then we'll do the variation together. So kit number 2, the thing I wanted to focus on kit number 2 is the stripe. So a lot of times we have questions about how to use stripes, and this particular kit really uses the stripe. So I would try to get a pattern that has a stripe that you can use at the top or the bottom. So again, kit number 3 has 3 pages in it, 3 sheets. The first has, it's very tonal hearts, a big strip in the middle. That's actually a 3-inch strip in the middle, 3 by 12. The strips at the top and the bottom are 1 inch by 12. So you need 1 inch by 12-inch stripes 4 times. And then you need 2 strips 3 by 12 twice. to make the base. Okay, this is sheet number 3 that comes in the kit itself. And when we turn it over, we see all the cut lines. So much like kit number 1, we're going to cut it, and you really have to cut it in the order that they tell you to cut it. Okay, so I'm going to place this just right on my trimmer. And I'm going to cut 1 and 2, and those are both 4x6. These are mats. And then I'm going to turn it to the side and cut it right between the 1 and 2. These are your 4x6 mats. Then I'm going to place it in the trimmer and do 3x4s, 3 and 4, sorry. And these are again 2 4x6 mats. So you need 4 4x6 mats for this particular layout. And you see with the kit, they've already mixed up the colors for you. So that turns out really cool. Then we're going to cut pieces 5, 6, 7, and 8. 5 and 6 are 4x4s. So you need 2 4x4s. These are mats. And then 7 and 8 are little tags or banners, which you could use a banner, or you may not. You may decide you don't want to use a banner. Okay, that's all the cutting that you have to do. In 7 and 8, we need to just with the scissors cut the little inserts here for the banners. Just the little inserts for the banners, the little V points. Okay, so I'm going to just take my micro tip scissor. I'm just going to cut a little V point here for my banner, right along the lines. Number 7 and number 8. Okay, and again, they're nice little banners, but this banner already is bordered in the kit paper. Okay, we're ready to assemble. With our stickers, all of these kits have 2 border stickers. So we're going to take one of the border stickers, the hearts, and we're going to put that on the right-hand side, right at the number 6 from side to side. Okay, the number 6 from side to side. And then on the right-hand side, we're going to take our border sticker, and I believe I have that right at the 1.5 inch mark from top to bottom. 1.5 inch mark from top to bottom. So if you don't want to use a sticker, you can use a border maker cartridge. You could use, but it should be something that's relatively small for this particular one because the mats are going to be right up against it. Okay, and now we're just going to assemble our mats. So on your left-hand side, you have the pink mats. If you want to mix them up and do pink and red, you can. On the top, you've got 4x4, then the 4x6, on the bottom, the 4x6, and then the 4x4. And then on the right side, you have 1 red piece up at the top and 1 down below. Now these are just all 4 4x6 mats and 2 4x4 mats. Now when you place your mats, what I always like to say is from page to page, try to line your mats up across the top so that your eye, when it's looking at your 2 pages, your eye goes right across evenly across the top for that line on the mat. And the same thing with the bottom. So my mats are going to be about the same distance from that stripe line. Okay, and once you have your mats laid out, go ahead and tape them down. In a very fast page that we're going to recreate without the kit so that this will become a sketch for you. And this is such an easy one to do over and over. Also, line your mats up. When you have 4 mats on a page like we have on the left-hand side, line up the edges of your mats if you're making more of a grid pattern. If you are layering mats, it doesn't matter. But when you have a grid pattern such as this, you want your edges to be the same. Oops. So it's about a 1/2 inch in on the sides. There we go. And then on the other side, it's just a 2 4x6 mats. One is up and one is down. Now, if you wanted to add additional mats to this, you can. You can add, you have the space to add more photos at the top and the bottom of this. So, you know, these are flexible depending on how you want to use it. And if your photos are more horizontal, then by all means, you can move your mat to fit your photos. Okay, and now I'm just going to the 2 little banners. I'm going to put the solid banner. You could put the solid banner at the top and the other banner near the bottom of the other mat. And you can overlap it if you like on top of your mat. Sometimes that's a nice look. And then with all of these wonderful pieces, you're actually ready to decorate your page. And you can add, I'm just going to put I love you up at the top. With some of the extra little pieces. So these are really, really very cute. And you can pop some of these up with foam for sure. And then also add some, like that's cute. I love you. I'm going to pop that up with foam. And then add some of your dots along the edges of your stickers and such. And then that will complete your page. So putting this one sticker up on a foam. And then the bottom one, I definitely want to do foam on that. The big layer, the big word love. And with the foam tape, you see I'm just rolling out the size that I need and then clipping it at the end on the foam roll. And then you just take those backing pieces off and it's really very, very fast. I'm going to pop that love up on that. And then we need a nice red heart. Okay, so this is kit number 2. Now let me show you the variation. As I said, the variation on this kit really was all about the stripe. So I did, I looked for papers that had a stripe, and I found the one in Birds and Blossoms. Again, exact same layout with the measurements. But this time, and you can have flexibility here, instead of doing this banner, I did one of the mats from the pack, and I cut the title. And then this is also another one of the mats from the pack. So you can adjust it with keeping some of your original pages the same. So let's recreate this. And I'm going to use the Life at the Lake for this one. You need two tonal pieces for your base. 2 tonal pieces for your base. And now you need 2 3x12s. But before we put those down, we need our stripes. So I also selected this wood pattern because it reminded me a little bit of a stripe. And I cut 4 1x12 of those pieces. And that will become my stripe border for the top and the bottom. So make sure that you check the direction of your stripe when you're cutting it. So I'm putting this at the top. This is 1x12" strips, stripes. Oops, get my directions off of there. Another 1x12" stripe at the top. Another 1x12" stripe on the bottom. Okay, so the 2 3x12 strips that you have, one is going to go in the middle of your left page, and one is going to go at 1 inch in on the top and bottom of your right page. So let's go ahead and put those down. 3x12 strips. The right-hand side, it goes at the 1 inch mark, top and bottom. And on the left-hand side, the 3x12 base goes at 4.5 down from the top. And it's centered right on your page. Okay, so now we have just recreated the base of kit number 2. And the next thing that we did was I looked for strips, border strips, stickers. And I'm going to place one on the left-hand side at the number 6 from side to side. On the right-hand side, it will be at 1.5 inches. Or maybe this one, I'll make it at the 2 inch mark. It depends on the size of your, no, maybe I'll do 1.5. The size of your sticker. Okay, and now I'm just ready to put my mats, just like I did for my other one. I had a 4x4. Okay, so I had two 4x6s on the right. And on the left, I had two 4x4s and two 4x6s. So I actually used some mats from that lake pack. How fun is that? Gone fishing. And they just really pop. And you're going to place them exactly as we did with kit number 2, just following those directions. So two 4x6s and two 4x4s on your left-hand side. And on your right-hand side, two 4x6s. Again, this is more of a grid pattern, so line up your edges of your mats. So you have more of a continuous line when you're looking at it. Okay, and then I may want to, maybe I'll put the hat up here. That's what I'll do, the hat with some fishing. And then anything else at the bottom. Okay, and then on your right-hand side, we have two 4x6s. And again, lining our line up. Continuous line when your eyes look across the top from side to side. And the same thing with the bottom mat. Now you can make tags or you can just add titles. The tags measured, what did the tags measure? 2x4. And then they were cut in. But for this one, I actually went with the size of the title that I was doing and then just made it a little bigger and clipped it in. And I'm going to place that under my mat. And this was all part of the pack. It was one of the mats that was in the pack already. I just cut it down to fit what I was doing. We are lake people up at the top. And then the fish here down at the bottom. And there you go. So that is variation number 2 with page kit number 2. Variation number 1, and that used Life on the Lake. Variation, and again, it's the exact same measurements. Variation number 2 was Birds and Blossoms. And then your original page kit number 2. So I just really, again, want to stress that you can use these over and over, but that they look totally different each time. Okay, and now we're ready to move on to page kit number 3. So page kit number 3 is kind of a fun one. And it's a St. Patrick's Day or a spring celebration. If you don't celebrate St. Patrick's Day, then it can be a spring celebration. And I'm going to show you, if you don't have the kit, how you can make those tags without having the kit as well. Okay, so this is kit one, and then this is the variation I did using the Holland, because we have a lot of travel things now. This is the Holland papers. Really cute with the little tulips. But the same thing, 3 big tags and mats. Okay, so let's start with page kit number 3. Let's get our kit, take our kit apart. And this one you have a choice here, whether to use the side that has a big frame on it or the tonal side. Either one, you can use either one. I'm going to use the tonal side because that makes it easier to make variations with it. So I'm going to use the tonal side. Okay, and we'll take page number 3, and you see, look at all those different colors that are already on page 3, but that's okay. All this is are 2 3x12 strips and 3 4x6s. I did add 2 more pieces of white here for 4x6s. I just felt it needed some more pictures. Okay, so let's do kit 3. Let's cut. Line up line 1 on your cutting line and cut that right through. That's 3x12. Let's put line 2 on the cut line. That's 3x12. And then we're going to add, we're just going to cut number 3, number 4, and number 5. Now, as I said, I did add 4 more mats to this. So if you want to get a piece of white cardstock, we're going to add 4 more 4x6s, and I think that will give you more flexibility and add more photos to the page. Okay, so 4 more 4x6s. So I'm just cutting 4x6s. Cutting 2 4x12s and then placing them in half at the 6-inch mark. Okay, and now we are ready to assemble kit 3. Now, if you don't have kit 3, I'll go over the variation with you again and also show you how to make these tags without having the kit. Okay, so let's put our 3x12 pieces right in the middle, just like we did on one of our other pages. And that's going to be at the 4.5-inch mark, side to side. 4.5-inch from the top, side to side, and that's totally centered. Okay, 4.5 inches from the top, side to side. And now our very next thing is taking again 2 border sticker strips, 12-inch borders, or you can use a laser border or border maker cartridge. And this is going to go side to side at the 6-inch mark on both pages. Okay, and now what I did is I placed my additional white pieces on the left side. I did one at the top left, one at the bottom right, and then on the right side, I had two right near the edge there. Okay, so let's go ahead and tape those down because the other pieces are tags and they are going to be offset with that. So I'm putting this about a 1/2 inch in from the edge on all 4 of these 6x4 mats. 1/2 inch in from your edge. Okay, 1/2 inch in from the edge. Okay, and now what I'm going to do is the other 4x6s that came in the kit came with, they already had on the back, they already had little lines that you can just cut right across, and that will make the top of your tag. Okay, don't throw these pieces out, these little ones. We're going to use them as little toppers for some of these photos. I mean, of the white mats, just to pop them a little bit. Okay, so pieces 3, 4, and 5, you're going to cut just that corner right along the lines. And we're saving those little corner triangles. Okay, and they are placed on the left-hand side. You have one at the bottom left at the angle. Now, if you don't want to have an angle, you don't need to. You can have it go straight up and down. And they are placed right at the angle, just like that. Right, and then number 5 was placed further down on the page on the right-hand side. Just kind of closer to the middle. Okay, now you see why I added 4 more pieces of mats, because I felt it needed more pictures on the page. Oops. Okay, so go ahead and place your, and like I said, if you don't want them angled, you don't need to angle them. I think it adds a little bit of interest. Oops, I don't know why my tape is acting a little wacky today, so I'm going to go to a different roll. And then we'll go to this other one. And now what's fun about this particular stickers that came with the pack is that it came with these small little pieces here that all you have to do, these 2 little banner-like pieces, all you have to do is sort of angle them and they became your ribbon for the tag. And you just put one right in the middle of that little white portion of that tag. So I'll do that again on the darker one so you can see it better. These two little banner piece stickers, you're just going to angle them one on top of the other, and they became your ribbons. And then that just went right on your, now this one I may have to cut because my tag is a little further, is a little higher, and it's overlapping too much with my other piece. So I'm just going to angle that a little bit smaller. Okay, and then that's your third ribbon is in the blue. And again, I'm going to just cut that down just a teens. You see, because I added the mats, I just have to cut these down, oh, just about 1/4 inch or so. I don't want them going off the page, but just overlap them, these two stickers, and it makes it look like a ribbon already. And that's going to go right up at your, I have to move this one down a little bit. That's going to go right up at the top on that little white piece. There we go. Okay, so I'll just show you a close-up of that. Isn't that cool? Those are two little sticker banners there. And it the way that the paper is all cut, it really makes it look like it was coming out of the opening there. All right, and now these little diamonds, these little triangles that we have, let's just put a couple on. I'm gonna put them at the tops of my right-hand side. I don't like to waste anything that comes with it, but it just finishes it off. So you can expand on these sketches. And then two at the bottom. Okay, and we only have two left, so we'll put the two, we'll split the difference here and put one on the left-hand side, one at the bottom right, and one at this other corner up here on the top mat. Okay, and now you're ready to just decorate with your stickers. I'm gonna add, this is from the exclusive. If you ordered your kit from your advisor, you should get the cute little 3-dimensional little leprechaun here. And you can just add some of your some fun little titles to decorate your page. Okay, so I'm going to add Lucky and the rainbow, the pot of gold at the end of the rainbow here on the right-hand side. On the left-hand side, I'm going to make it a little bit more of a spring page, because you do have the option here on the stickers, and they do give you options. If you don't want to do St. Pat's, you can make the page Hello Spring. So I like the fact that they do give you options so that you're not stuck if you don't celebrate that particular holiday. Okay, so you can continue to decorate. I just put the Lucky with the pot of gold and then some of the gold coins there. And just some of the gold coins coming out of the pot of gold. There we go. And then you can put a rainbow if you'd like. So you can definitely, decorate these up, just using the stickers that come in the pack. And on the other side, I just did Hello Spring with some of my tulips. And some more of my little tulips here. Oops. My lights are blinking. Looks like our storm is coming. So if I get disconnected, we have completed our 3 pages. Okay, and that is kit number 3. So let's put this together without having the kit itself. So I'm actually going to use some papers from the denim collection. The denim collection that I just did the class last week on. I'm going to use white as my base. Okay, and then the 3 by 12 pieces are going to go right down the middle. Okay, so the 3 by 12 pieces are going to go right down the middle. And that's going to be at 4.5 inches from the top. From side to side. And then we're going to get a sticker strip and place that right in the center at the number 6 from side to side. These were just pieces that happened to be left over from my denim class. And I thought they looked awfully cute. So this is the leftovers. Okay, and then 4 by 6 mats. Well, actually, I had 7 of these because 2 of them are going to make into our tags. And I'm going to use some of the ones that have words in them, actually. So I'm going to go ahead. I've got my 4 by 6 mats already selected. And I'm going to put them on my base, just like I did with page kit 3. Okay, 1/2 inch in. So let's go ahead and put our 4 by 6s. About 1/2 inch in from the sides. And then I'm going to show you how to make those tags really quick so that you can make them even though you don't have the kit with the tags already sort of pre-cut. Okay, so to make the tags, you're going to need 3 more 4 by 6s. 3 more 4 by 6s. I'm just trying to get my photo of it so I know what I'm creating. Sometimes I forget. Oh my goodness. Well, I can't find it, so it will just have to, we'll just wing it. I think I know what I did. I may not always remember. Okay, so we're going to recreate these tags here. So we need three more 4x6s. Okay, and they're going to go facing up and down. All right, and then the tops of the tags, you want 1 inch by 4 inches in a contrasting color. 1 inch by 4 inch in a contrasting color. And I'm going to go ahead and put those already up at the top of my 4x6 inch mat at the just at the top. And then there's a really easy way to cut these. Okay, so this is how we're recreating the tag. So you've got 4x6 mats, and then you got the 1 inch by 4 inch up across the top. Now we're going to take this and we're going to put it on our trimmer at the 45-degree angle. Okay, so put it at the 45-degree angle. I'm going to take the top one here. I'm going to put it at the 45. It's going to go above the 45-degree angle. And I'm going to have the point at 3/4 of an inch. Okay, so it's going above the 45-degree angle line on your trimmer here. And the point is going to be at 3/4 inch. Okay, and I'm going to cut that. Okay, so you see we're making that tag point. All right, now I'm going to flip it over and do the same thing. Put it at the at the 45-degree angle and at the 3/4, the point at the 3/4 of an inch. And cut that. So you see now we've created a tag just like is in the actual kit. Okay, we'll do it 2 more times. So take your piece here, and you can save these little pieces if you want and put them also on your edges. Okay, so the bottom of your piece is lining up on the 45-degree angle at the 3/4 inch mark. 3/4 inch mark. And you're going to just trim that, then flip it towards you, put it again at the 45-degree angle above the line, and have the point go to the 3/4 inch mark. Okay, so you have tag number 2. And we're going to do it for the 3rd time. The bottom of your mat is going to go above your 45-degree angle line. The point at your 3/4 mark. Take your mat, turn it towards you upside down, above the 45-degree line, the point at 3/4. There you go. And so now you have 3 of those big tags. Okay, but now what we have to do is we want to, let's place them first on our pages. And then we're going to make the little ribbons. So these are kind of fun. And we're going to make the little ribbons. and we're placing them exactly where it was on kit number 3. Okay, and now to make the little ribbons, all you need are 1/4-inch strips. Okay, so 1/4-inch strips by 4 inches. And you need 3 of those. So just really small little pieces. And what I'm going to do is just fold them in half and then open them up like that. And then that will become your ribbon for that particular tag. So easy peasy on that one. And just kind of place that closer to the top. Again, just take your 1/4-inch strip by 4 inches, fold it in the middle, kind of angle it open. Okay, and that will become your ribbon that will go above your tag. And then do the same thing. So isn't this fun? We've taken 3 kits and we have now kind of made them into many different kits and just kind of having fun with them. Okay, and then you can just add some titles that you want. And then these little pieces here that we had cut, just like we did on the other page, we can put in some of the corners to make a little, to frame those out. This way you have a little bit, bringing more of that color down to one of those pages. There you go. So those are some of the, definitely add some titles to here. These would be kind of cute. And just complete your page by adding titles and some stickers. So I hope you liked my simple page kits 1, 2, 3 with variations. Well, let me finish showing you the variations. So this is page kit 3, variation number 2, using denim, the denim revival that we just got in. Variation number 1 was with the Holland travel papers. So see how different it looks just by changing the paper, but it's exactly the same idea and the same sketch. And this was the actual page kit number 3. Oops, where did it go? This is the actual page kit number 3 that came in the kit. So I hope you enjoyed your class, page kits 1, 2, and 3. Please respond, comment on YouTube for me. It always helps. Tell me which page kit or variation you like the best. And I hope to see you at another one of my classes soon. I have a lot of classes on my website, Bev DeBono Designs, and I hope to see you at another one soon. Take care for now.